Shalom Aleichem. We're continuing in Hachseg's learning of the Pele Yoetz, day number 239. And we're speaking in the chapter of Hein, which means that yes should mean yes, and no should mean no. A person should stand behind their words when they say something. But he writes today the following idea. There are many people, unfortunately, that have this midah, that have this trait. They will stand behind their words in everything. Now that's going to be a problem, as the Pele Yoetz will explain. And they will lose much more than they gain. Because even when they say they're going to do something bad, they stand behind their words and they follow through. Or when they say they're not going to do something good, I will never help that person out. They stand behind their words. Even if many people come and try to convince them otherwise, they will not retract their decision. They will say, I can't make my words untrue. I can't go back on what I said. I can't change the words that came out of my mouth. Even if you gave me all the money in the world, I won't change what I said. I'm an honest person. Adam kazeh pigiyosera, says the Pele Yoetz, interacting with such a person is really going to bring evil to you as well. And he distances himself from friends and admirers and the like. He increases his enemies in this world. He increases upon himself hatred and strife. Even in his own home, he will not be accepted. His own family will not tolerate and accept the things that he has to say. Because he says, it should always be like I say. What a hardy fellow, says the Pele Yoetz. He wants everything exactly as he says it's going to be. Everything has to be the way that I say. Not a single word that I said can go unanswered and be ignored. Everything is as it is. That's not a humble, benevolent, kind, compassionate person. It's a Baal Gaiva who says that whatever comes out of my mouth, that's the way that it's going to be. This is a very sickening type of an evil, says the Pele Yoetz, and it brings all different machlais, all different maladies to a person's spiritual, emotional, physical. People can get sick over such a way of life. And therefore, says the Pele Yoetz, you have to be very careful. Even though that we're saying that a person should be truthful with their words, and really whatever comes out of my mouth, I should be willing to stand behind. But if being an obstinate person and being a machutzivdik person, that you have to have your words always have to be heard, even when you said the wrong thing, even when you plan on doing bad things, you have to know how to pull back and say, you know what, I can be humble, I don't have to be right. Let's hear what somebody else has to say. And that's really what he's going to explain right now. This is the Torah, this is the Torah of a person that is actually good and upstanding. He should be prepared to go back and retract his words. And forgo his own interest, because of the opinions of others. According to the situation. Every situation has to be judged accordingly. I can't be just a one-track mind. I always have to be right. My word always has to be heard. If I said something, no way I'm going to go back on it. You have to evaluate. Husband and a wife. You have to evaluate who should stand on principle over here. A boss and his employees, employers. You have to understand who's going to be friends, family, brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, all the different people that we come in contact with. You have to know, when do you stand on principle? When do you hold on to your words? And when do you take somebody else's feelings into consideration? Says the Pele Yoetz, v'mizratze berachamim, he should become favorable through compassion, umispayis b'dachanunim, and if somebody comes and please and begs and please, can you please change your mind? Yes, I could change my mind. Is it going to benefit you? Is it going to help you? My dear wife, you're not interested tonight in going out to dinner. You'd rather just stay home and you want me to take care of the kids and you just want the night off to relax? No problem. I will take care of you. Even though I said we're going out to dinner tonight, or we're going to that chasana tonight, or we're going to go here, you know what? Your feelings come first before mine. And he continues, and therefore a person should think very much before any word leaves their lips. Whether it's going to promise to do something good for his friend, or not to do something evil. Because once the words have emerged from his lips, he should fulfill whatever it is that he said. He should do as he promised, and he should not go back on it. Therefore, first he should say, it's better to say that he can't do something that's good for someone rather than have to retract it. If somebody asks you, I don't think I can. Better that you, I don't think I can. I'm sorry. Can you take me on this? I'm not available right now. I'm sorry. I apologize. Better that you should say that than that you should promise them and then go back on what you said. Because our words matter. They hold weight. We see in these parshas, Tazria, Mitzayra. I opened my mouth. I said over Lashon Hara. And what does Hashem do? He brings upon a person the punishment of tsaras. Words are impactful. Words matter. There's reality behind my words. So too, when I say I'm going to do something good for somebody else, there is reality. There's mamashas. There's something there. And therefore, I'm creating an obligation. Says the Pele Yoetz, you're better off thinking twice and 3 times and 100 times before you commit yourself to do something good, so you don't have to end up reneging in the end. Better to do that, to not say yes, than to say yes and then have to go back and retract afterwards. Like it says in the pasuk in Mishlei, that when a person takes his words back, it's folly and humiliation for him. On the other hand, the words of your friend should never be ignored. Do not contradict him, do not oppose him, even if you're able to. Even if he's your enemy, don't oppose him, don't argue on him because you want to fulfill the pasuk that says that you want to seek peace and pursue it. Don't be like these many people that are argumentative and they deliberately go against the wishes of another person. And they say, I don't care to do it. I don't care about what he says. All I want to make sure is that I am not going to listen to him. I do not want this person to get his way. What a chutzpahdik way to live. You can't listen to somebody else. You can't acquiesce to the needs of somebody else. You can't let somebody else get their way and have what they say. How could a person live in such a way? Zumidas doim. This is a midah of the people of Sdaim. They were ruthless. They were cruel people. They didn't even let people have benefit from their own properties and the like. So a person says something and you say, I'm not going to listen to what he has to say. He's not going to get his way. And you should only act in such a way when you are educating and training your young children. You want to teach your kids not to be such an obstinate person. So your kid says a certain thing and he wants to get his way. You say, no, it's going to be Tati's way today. The kid is arguing with you. No, it's going to be like this. Why? We want to teach that child that we have to be forgiving and forgoing in people's lives. If two kids are arguing with each other, teach one of the kids and how to overlook and how to give in. And says the Pele Yoetz over here that we have to train them how to change their stubborn minds. But to everybody else, even your older children, it's good for you not to stand on principle and not to argue your point. You argue your point with the little kids because you have to teach them that they're not always right and they have to know how to give in. But for your even your older children, says the Pele Yoetz, don't stand on principle. Even greater people should listen to the smaller people. In this way, you'll increase love and brotherhood and peace and friendship. Chazal teach us, a person should always be soft, like a reed. They should bend easily. That's how it works in relationships with people, husbands and wives, parents and children, employees, employers, cousins, aunts, uncles, brothers, sisters, your neighbor, your best friend, your worst friend, whatever. You have to be rach kekani, you have to be soft, like a reed, easily able to blow in the wind, easily able to bend and to compromise, easily able to hear what somebody else has to say and not stand on principle for yourself. Don't be hard like a cedar. A cedar doesn't move, it doesn't bend, it stays exactly where it is. Say Chazal, that's not the way to have a relation with somebody. That's not the way to form a bond with somebody. Because you can become this obstinate person who's so stubborn. Nobody's going to want to be around you at the end of the day because they can never, ever get inside. And therefore, says Chazal, stay away from such a midah. And in this way, we'll say the pasuk that a righteous man will flourish ketamar, like a date palm, ke'erez yifrach, ke'erez, and he will flourish like a cedar, which means over here the Gemara explains that if you cut a cedar tree, it will grow more, and if you cut a date palm, or the date palm itself, it produces a lot of fruits, and therefore, so too that you are going to bend, and so too that you're going to listen, and so too you're going to be willing to forgo your wants and your desires and your opinions for the sake of somebody else. That's how you're going to flourish here in this world. Your relationships, beautiful relationships, shalom bayis, love between the parents and their children and children and their parents, brothers, siblings, you name it, girls in a high school with all their drama, everything will calm down when you're willing to hear what somebody else has to say and acquiesce to them in your great humility. All the best.